Hi and welcome back. This is Magda K. Let me just first tell you how much I appreciate having you with me on this journey. It's been a lot of fun sharing with you all the secret knowledge about persuasion. Right now, you already know of two powerful ways to influence others: using reverse psychology and using stories. The technique I'm going to share with you today is probably the most secret technique to influence others ever invented. Let me tell you a story. Back in the times of the war in North Korea, some American soldiers were imprisoned by the Korean government. After the war, they came back home, but they came back changed. Despite experiencing cruelty in prison and a strong belief that the communist government should be abolished when they were going for the war, they now believe that what the government was doing in North Korea was good for the country and its people. They started promoting its policy. The American government was puzzled. Nobody could understand how this kind of change in beliefs was possible and what did the Koreans do to cause it. Today, I will be revealing to you this technique. Here is what the Koreans did. They told American soldiers to write down why they supported the communist government. They were supposed to give all the arguments why they agreed with it. And here is step 1 in the process. If you want to change people's beliefs about an idea, make them come up with counter-arguments for it. Even if they don't agree with what they're writing, you're putting them in a situation where they engage in praising this idea. And make sure you ask them to write it down. Both motivational speakers and scientists have found that there is something magical about writing things down. We seem to be more committed to it. So in the case of American soldiers, writing down why they agreed with the Korean government was the first step to changing their beliefs. This technique is very effective and it's been already adopted by corporations to promote their products. Have you ever come across a competition in which you could win, let's say, a trip for writing the best story why you love such and such product? Well, this is how this technique can be used. But it's not over. There is another thing that the Korean government did. They asked American soldiers to present what they wrote to other Americans. They gave a speech in which they presented to others an opposite stand from their own. They were publicly praising communists despite not agreeing with them. See, delivering a speech influences us more than if we heard the same speech from another person. The reason behind it is what psychologists labeled as cognitive dissonance. And it's one of the fundamental ideas in social psychology. Whenever we do something that is against our beliefs, we feel a dissonance. Like in this case, American soldiers. After giving a pro-communist speech, they felt bad about their actions. Think about it. I believe the Korean government to be wrong, but I just delivered a speech to others in which I said that I approve of it. This creates a dissonance in them, which is so strong that it can actually change our beliefs. And that's what indeed happened to American soldiers. So here is a tip for you. If you want somebody to change their beliefs about an idea, have them deliver a speech in which they agree with it. Now there is one additional thing that the Korean government did to make the effect of cognitive dissonance even stronger and that you can use as well. They told American soldiers that their speech was effective at changing listeners' perception. See how that would increase the dissonance? Not only did I just say something I don't agree with, but I made other people believe in it. Okay, so let's go through all these 3 steps again. You believe a certain idea to be wrong, and you don't approve of it. To change that belief, you firstly write down why you do like this idea. Secondly, you present it in a speech to others. And in the end, that's the 3rd step, you learn that you made other people agree to that idea. You were a reason why other people changed their minds. This process is what made American soldiers change their beliefs about the Korean government. So if such a significant change in belief was possible, then you can successfully use this technique for anything in your life. So now you know of the 3 secret ways to influence others. You now know how to use reverse psychology, how to use stories, and how to make people change their beliefs. When you start using these 3 techniques, you will see how your life begins to change. You want a raise? Now you finally know how to talk to your boss to get it. Want to get more attention from opposite sex? Now you know how to impress them. Or maybe you're trying to win your colleagues' support for your new business idea. Now you know exactly what to do to get it. I want you to enjoy an easier life, a life where you can get what you want without struggling. The 3 techniques I've shared with you will help you get there. But why stop here? Once you start doing something right, you should go all the way. You've seen how easy it is to influence others. So don't stop here. I have prepared for you a set of 9 more techniques to influence others and make them do what you want. It's a series of videos in which you will learn what we did not have time to cover in these 3 videos. I call it the power of persuasion. Here is what one of my students says. Amazing content here. I appreciate Magda for giving us some practical tips for actually persuading people into what they need to do. This is a major self-confidence booster and helps with many social interactions. Getting people to help you is a rewarding experience, and I recommend this course to anyone interested in the subject. Worth it. And if you want to improve your persuasion skills and enjoy even more benefits from knowing and using advanced techniques to influence others, then you should get your copy of The Power of Persuasion now. You will easily negotiate a special offer when buying a new car or a house, win any negotiation, and get that huge contract on your terms. And even get a table in that fancy restaurant that you would normally have to book a month in advance. Now that's gonna impress your date. So what are you waiting for? Click on the button below to get your copy of The Power of Persuasion. Remember, you can leave this page and continue your life the way you've lived it till now. You already have 3 powerful techniques to influence others, and you can always use them. But if you want to fully explore the art and science of persuasion, then I want you to click on the button below. I can guarantee you, you will not regret it.